Welcome back, everybody, to Tennessee Titans franchise here on Madden 26. I have another 4 games for you here in this episode. We're going to finish up the regular season, and we're going to start here taking on the 49ers on the road. And if you've been enjoying these videos, be sure to hit the like button, be sure to hit the subscribe button. But we go on the road here, late season trip all the way out to San Francisco. So I don't know, I think the schedule makers really had it out for the Titans this year. Like, no primetime games, and then a late season trip all the way out to the West Coast. Very rude, but, you know, we just gave up a touchdown. I'm not sure what Cody Barton was doing on that play. He looks like he's in position to make a play, and then he just kind of looks at it and just says he's in position to make a play. I don't. He's literally right there, and he decides to go tackle the guy. It's in the end zone, pal. You have to make a play right then and there. Typical Madden AI, but we come back here, trying to stop them here. They have another goal-to-goal situation. And, yeah, this game, this play the moments was a lot of play the defense, it felt like. It felt like we were just nonstop play the defense. And I feel like they're going to throw the ball here on this third down. So we're going to come out here, give them a dime look. Kind of risky. I mean, they could audible, but they actually decided to go for it, flush out Purdy, and then we just lose contain there of Purdy, and then we lose. I mean, Kittle just finds a spot in the zone and ends up getting a touchdown. So we're down 14-0 here. We get a third down opportunity here. Calvin Ridley on a slant route, and he's going to go right in for the touchdown right there. So we get on the board here. And hopefully our defense can find a way to slow these guys down, and potentially we can try to make something make a game of this. But right now, defense just cannot do anything right. Letting them get long drives, letting them march down the field. But our offense able to get a touchdown right there, able to find Ridley, and Cam Ward continues to have a great rookie season. So that's a positive right there, but we end up kind of I was kind of tired of playing defense. We just let them go for it again, and then they're up 28-7 here. So not in our cards today. 3rd and 2 here. Throws this one. That is almost intercepted in and out of the hands of the defender right there. And yeah, there it is. We are just not doing very well right now. Down 35-7. And Ward going to get outside the pocket. He's going to outrun Bosa. I believe that's Nick. So Nick Bosa, because of Cam Ward's complexion, I'm sure Nick is very upset he ran away from him, wasn't able to sack him. But the 49ers get a win here, and I'm sure the 49ers are trying to keep their playoff hopes alive. So that's a big win for them. They weren't playing for, they were playing for their season right there. So we have 5 upgrades for Cam Ward. Now, my guess is we reached one of those seasonal milestones where you just get like a big bucket of skill points poured upon you, and that's what we got right there. So we're going to go into strong arm here and trying to get that throw accuracy deep up for Cam Ward. That's the one that I really want to get better. We get +2 throw accuracy deep here, and then we decided to go with field general again just to keep him a scheme fit. And we still end up getting a throw accuracy deep right there for Cam Ward. So throw accuracy deep up to an 88. I believe these are still the overall the attributes with the plus morale. But we look through this here, and it was because he broke 3,500 passing yards, I believe, and 30 season passing touchdowns. So you get a bunch of XP for that, and for those milestone goals. So I believe that's what those are for. So that's really nice. Then we have some upgrades here for JC Latham. We're going to go with the pass block or pass protector upgrades for him. And he is up to an 80 overall, but he gets +1 finesse there. And then we're going to go with Peter Skoronski. This one, we decided to just go with agile. I really should have went with power just because I feel like when we're in the run game, he is getting just like thrown around a lot, I've noticed. So can't really seem to find his footing. But we're 9-5 here. Kansas City is 8-6. You can see the Steelers are 8-6. The Patriots 9-5. Buffalo 9-5. We're taking on the Chiefs in this one. And, you know, the Chiefs are another team playing for their playoff lives. They cannot afford a loss. I think they can maybe afford one more loss before, things get real scary there, but they can not really afford too many mistakes here. We're in a position where we feel good about where we are in the AFC South, but we need to get things right. We gave up a big game last week to the 49ers, so we have to get this one right. We have to win this one, I think. And I think a win in that here would maybe clinch us a playoff spot. I think it would clinch us the division at the very least. But DJ Jones comes up hurt after that one. Not the Jones we would want hurt if we're trying to win this game. It's a virtual player. Calm down. And Chigo Okonkwo, I'm not sure what happened right there. We're going to pause and go take a look at this. It looks like he has his feet down. And 1 foot, 2 foot. 1 foot, 2 foot. That looks like a touchdown to me. We're going to challenge the play. And, I hope I'm not spoiling it here for you, but we would not be successful because it says receiver had possession. That's not what I'm challenging. And you notice right there when his first foot comes down as he gets the ball, hit slides just enough, I think, to push him out of bounds, quote unquote. So, appreciate that. The game just kind of lied to not give me a touchdown right there. And then Chigo Okonkwo drops the football. We come right back to him, and he drops it. So, Gunnar Helm going to be our starting tight end moving forward for sure. But we come back either way. Calvin Ridley makes a big play right there. And scoreless, still the second quarter. Going to come back again. 2nd and 8. And we're going to find Gunnar Helm right there. He can't outrun, I believe that was McDuffie. And where that McDuffie would be wasting his time with Gunnar Helm and not like Calvin Ridley, but whatever. Either way, we come right back to Gunnar Helm, and he gets the touchdown. Gunnar Helm is my new tight end. We don't know Chigo Okonkwo. All my homies hate Chigo Okonkwo. We love Gunnar Helm in this household. This is a Gunnar Helm household now. That's just annoying. You can't have drops like that. So we come back again here in goal-to-goal situation. Slant inside to Calvin Ridley, touchdown. And there we go. So we're up 2 scores here on the Kansas City Chiefs. But Chiefs are a team you can never really count out. You just can't. No matter how often it looks like you have them down, you just can't. So we come back 4th quarter now, 19-14. And Patrick Mahomes just going to run this one into the end zone. Touchdown, Kansas City. And they take the lead. Definitely their first lead of the game. So we're going to come back here now. Time winding down, under 4 minutes here. Can we make something happen? We're going to get this to Kamara DK. And DK going to be brought down just past midfield. And you see Cam Ward having himself a day. But either way, we got to get this ball into the end zone. I would prefer to maybe take enough time off the clock where we don't really give it back to Kansas City. But I feel like in these situations where, a field goal does nothing but tie it up for us. We're going to take a shot here deep to DK. And DK comes down with it. Touchdown. There we go. We take the lead. In those situations where you need a touchdown, I'm just going to go get the touchdown as quick as I can, and then if you respond, I'll try to respond to that. But DK beats his man off the line, and we're able to just put that ball just out in front of him and let him get it. So Patrick Mahomes gets an opportunity to be the hero like he always does, and you've seen Mahomes in these situations so many times throughout his career, and he just always seems to find a way. So 4th and 1 here, and just a quick throw. We were kind of playing off coverage. That's my mistake. Honestly, maybe should have been tight, but tried bringing pressure right there, thinking maybe they'd run the football, but they get the ball out here to Pacheco, and time still winding down here. I feel like you don't see the Chiefs operate this lackadaisically. I feel like they always seem to have that urgency when they need it, and But either way, Mahomes finding it right there, finding his man right there, picking up the first down, gonna go hurry up here, and just trying anything right now defensively. Just, because right now it doesn't feel like anything's working. They're going to go play action here. Going to find Travis Kelce, middle of the field right there. Just how quick Mahomes made that decision. Chiefs Eagles pops up for some reason. 1st and 10, and look at that throw by Mahomes. Touchdown, Kansas City. What can I say? I mean, that's just what Mahomes does. So we get the ball back with a chance to win it. We could tie it up, but I am not going to overtime with Patrick Mahomes. And then they show me this thing. I am trying to hurry the football up. I don't get why the game would think I'd want to see that in this sort of situation. I need to go. You know what I mean? Got to be fast here. Got to be decisive. Chico Conquo picks up the first down, gets out of bounds. So we are past midfield here. So I feel like this drive is going well. Going to throw this one to Ridley. We have timeouts, so we can call one right there. That's why I'm willing to throw the middle of the field, because we have the timeouts. 3rd and 5 here. We're definitely in field goal range, but that's not what I'm thinking. I'm not thinking field goal. I'm thinking touchdown. Kansas City, going to be a timeout right there. I can't tell if that's an injury timeout or they just legitimately called one. Either way, we come back again here. Going to find Alec Aomatter. Aomatter going to be brought down. We're going to call another timeout. We have under 30 seconds left here. We can do whatever we want. We have a timeout left. Cam Ward going to find Aomatter. He drops the football. That would have been the go-ahead score. So we're going to come back again. We're going to run the same exact play. We're going to see if they can stop it this time. And they can't. We go right back to Aomatter. We let him get the opportunity to be the hero. And he delivers that time. We're going to take the lead here. And there we go. 32-29. We give Mahomes 22 seconds left to respond. Mahomes, we've seen him pull a lot of magic out of his hat or his helmet. I don't know if he can pull this one off, but he finds Kelsey right there. Does not get out of bounds. So they're going to have to hurry it up here to the line, and they are going to spike this football. I'm not sure why he's pointing out a mic or something, whatever he's doing right there. He wasted 2 extra seconds to point out the mic when they're not even running a play. They're spiking the football. So I don't know if it would have made a difference, but Mahomes wasting time with a stupid pre-canned animation. We come back here. Mahomes, this is for everything, throws it out of bounds, or throws it to Kelsey. I think maybe I don't know what they were doing right there. That just seems like a dumb decision, maybe trying to get a little closer for the Hail Mary. If they would have had that extra second, they would have gotten it. But we get the win here. That's for them to worry about. We get the win 33-29. Cam Ward and Patrick Mahomes embracing right there. Do we clinch our playoff spot? And we do. We win the division. We are AFC South champions. Currently at 10-5. But you see, Houston and Jacksonville both at 6-9. Kansas City falls to 8-7. So they're going to need to win out if they want to make the playoffs. I believe they're going to have to win out if they want to make the playoffs. They might be still in the best position. I don't know. Take a look here. Kansas City would be the 7, actually. So they have to win out. I don't know who else will take their spot. Maybe Cincinnati. I think Cincinnati might need to win out if they want to get in. I think Kansas City, they might be able to afford another loss. They might just need one win. But we come back, playing the Saints here. We're going to find Aomatter again. He holds on to that football. We tie this thing up versus the Saints. Wait, this isn't Saints franchise. Either way, Alec Aomatter gets the touchdown, and he is really starting to come alive here. I think it's really just the dearth of upgrades we have gotten him over the past, this season, and you're starting to really see him come alive here in this offense. And I love seeing that because now we have multiple weapons we can go after here. We're going to throw this one, check it down to Braylon Allen. I tried seeing if there's anything further down the field as Braylon Allen just gets upended by the hits. I feel like the CPU hit sticks are a little much. I feel like they're just constantly going for hit sticks, and they're always really accurate. I feel like we should see them whiffing on these a little bit more as opposed to, just successfully. I mean, that guy just jumped 15 feet in the air to swat down the pass. Defensive lineman. That's another issue I've noticed. These D linemen are jumping 80 feet in the fucking air. Kind of annoying. But either way, what's not annoying is Calvin Ridley making a play on the sideline right there. And Demario Davis still having X Factor is like really one of those things that's like just annoying. It almost reminds me of when like Ezekiel Elliott. You remember those few years when Ezekiel Elliott was like clearly washed on the Cowboys? And somehow he always was like a high 80s player. Either way, Gunnar Helm gets a touchdown. He's not washed. He is just getting his career started. But Gunnar Helm starting to really, I think, take command of this starting tight end role that we have him in. Now, that doesn't mean we won't still maybe draft the tight end early in the draft, but as of right now, he is definitely going to be our tight end one moving forward. Just for now, as I see, we get an opportunity here to kick a field goal with 1 second left. They went for it. I'm not sure what happened. They got sacked or something. They decided to go for it at midfield. That allows us to come out here with Joey Sly and basically steal 3 points. Kind of just get a free 3 points right there. I'll take it. Third quarter now. Ward, shotgun formation. We're going to throw this one underneath to Braylon Allen. And Braylon Allen has really been nice for us, honestly. Not just running, but also in the passing game. He has really worked out well. That's been a really good trade for us. And we're going to find Alec Aomanor again, and he just outruns the defense. I mean, that is just awesome stuff right there. It's kind of funny that my series last year with Western Michigan, we had Alec Aomanor transferred to us, helped propel us to a championship, and he might be, well, we give him a touchdown right there. That's Chris Olave. But yeah, kind of just funny how things work out. My dynasty team had Alec Aomanor, and now my franchise team has Alec Aomanor. But we beat the Saints 24-14. We're going to improve to 11-5 here. Tyler Shuck not having a, good day there at the end. But we get the win here. Kind of an ice-cold response right there. But Alec Aomanor comes up 5 upgrade points here. I forgot to go check what milestone he might have passed. It could have been 1,000 yards. I'm not sure. But yeah, those milestones give you these big XP dumps or these skill point dumps. And so they're really important, I think, for you to hit with your young players. And it allows you to just kind of get a nice big upgrade boost with them. And I actually do like that. Maybe give us a slighter option to kind of, limit, maybe instead of, maybe if someone wants to have things be a little tougher, maybe they can limit it to 3 upgrade points or whatever it is for the milestones. But I personally like it. I think it kind of gives those nice big dumps of XP. I feel like if guy's having a great season and he's breaking out, there should be ways to, I think, get them skill points a little bit quicker, a little bit faster, and allow those players to progress into, I think, stars. Because sometimes guys, it feels like before guys would just kind of stay even and flat throughout a franchise. Another upgrade here for Cam Ward. He is absolutely sensational in terms of his upgrades. These numbers are going to look really good for next season. They look good for right now. So we have one new injury, and that's going to be Amani Hooker. We're going to be without him for 3 to 5 weeks. We have some backup safeties, but that's a tough one to lose. He has been very timely for us in terms of like turnovers, things like that. So final game of the season, we're going to take it on the Jaguars. Their season's done. There's no shot for them to make the playoffs, but we're going to come in here, and they had me come out on to a field goal attempt. I thought it was weird. I was like, okay. And then, now I understand why. They had me come out onto a field goal attempt to trigger a fucking roughing the kicker thing. So that's the only reason why I was out there for that one. I really appreciate that. I mean, having to lie. Just have him score a touchdown while in the sim. What do you need? Like, you bring me out on to the field just to do that shit. I mean, that's annoying. 3rd and 5. We have to end up having to throw this one away. That's not good. Big field goal kick. 55 yards. We're going to kick it here. All right, 55 yards. Taking on the Jaguars. And, I'm looking, and then I said, you know what? We're not kicking it. Okay, as I look at my Microsoft Surface tablet, I'm thinking, you know what? We're going to come out here. We're going to go for this. We're going to try to pick up this first down. I think it's possible here. 4th and 5. What do we have to lose? At most, it affects our playoff seeding, but we're basically locked in. So that's something I have to worry about. Gunnar Helm gets over that coverage and comes up with the play right there. So like I said, Gunnar Helm really starting to just take command of that tight end one role, like I've said before. And we end up having the lead here, 10-7, red zone alert. We're going to come back Play action look here. Ward on the run, and we're just going to keep it right here, and we're going to get just popped there at the end of the play. I feel like Cam Ward should be a little quicker, but whatever. I just feel like he should be faster. 4th and inches. We're going to go for a sneak here and try to pick up this 4th down, convert, doing the tush push, but not really the tush push. When we pick it up, going to call a timeout, stop the clock, 24 seconds left here. 1st and 10 at the 12. So kind of weird right there. Always hate kind of being in that position, but we throw this one underneath here to Kamara DK. He picks up some nice yardage. 2nd and 3. We have to go hurry up here. I don't want to burn this last timeout just yet, but I see Calvin Ridley going to call a slant. They're kind of vacating the middle of the field right there. Going to snap this football, throw it real quick to Ridley, and he comes up with the touchdown. Calvin Ridley holds on to the football through the contact, and we get a touchdown on the board. What really annoys me is that I'm not sure this is a one-finger salute thing. I don't know what that's about. But either way, Calvin Ridley gets the touchdown. He's been great for us this season. But we still have 2 great rookie receivers this year who are definitely the future. So 17-14, 4th and 4 here. We're going to throw this one right here to A.O. Manor. Again, A.O. Manor going to be brought down. And we are driving here. Looking to close this one out. Want to close this season out with a really nice victory, as we did lose to the Jaguars earlier in the season. That's one of our losses. I would hate to get swept by the fucking Jaguars of all teams. That would really piss me off. And a little bit of contact there on the route. That needs to either not happen as often in the game, or that just needs to be called illegal contact as a penalty. Either way, we settle for a field goal. 20-14 here. 2nd and 11 here. Trevor Lawrence throws this one. Gonna find his man right there, and that's gonna be just short of a touchdown. And they're gonna be at the 2 here. Gonna be a handoff here to their running back, and that's gonna be a touchdown. Jaguars go back on top in this one, 21-20. So 3rd down alert. I love that it's always 3rd down alerts. I don't understand that. But 3rd down alert, even if we don't get it, we would go for it on 4th down. Looking here, going to throw this one up here to Ridley. That's just not a very good ball. If we could have put that one out in front of Ridley, I think we could have made something happen. I decided to overrule the CPU. We're coming in here. We're going to try to pick this one up. Just because, again, it's late in it's final week of the season. Got to make something happen. This game really doesn't mean anything for us, but I still want to win it. So we're going to just throw this one up here. A.O. Manor, can he make a play? And he does. A.O. Manor goes up top, snatches that one out of the sky, and A.O. Manor. What a play right there. It's like a replay. Cam Ward getting hit as he throws, just gets this one off. And A.O. Manor able to come down with it. I mean, that is a perfectly placed ball under pressure. A.O. Manor able to come down with it. We go for 2. And we're just going to get that. I mean, just get it. Just barely. So 28-21. And we go up here a touchdown. And there we go. So now all the pressure shifts back to the Jaguars. Trevor Lawrence here. Shotgun formation. Going to be a play action look here. Someone gets knocked down. And I'm not sure what my linebackers are doing. They're just not looking at all for these footballs. Cody Barton versus the 49ers. Now Nakobe Dean here. 28-28, opportunity here to go down, kick a field goal, end this regular season on top, go to 12-5, and go into the playoffs. So now 2nd and 3 here. Not sure why it's taking so long to get to the line. So Cam Ward under center. We don't do this too often, but sometimes we do. And we're going to roll out here, and I'm not sure what happened right there. Calvin Ridley just stops on his route. Not sure why he did that. He just stopped. I don't know what happened there. Let's go take a look. I have to come into the game. I don't know why he stopped on the route. I thought he was going to continue on the route and we were going to get this kind of wide open throw. Right as I'm throwing the football, they do the stupid thing where they bump into each other. I just love that. So he ends up, he would have carried over that zone, I think. Instead, he ends up not. And Travis Hunter comes in, gets a touchdown. And now Jacksonville's up 35-28. So 2nd and 21 after a sack. Cam Ward looking, throwing this one up. Not good, but Gunnar Helm comes down with it. I criticized him for dropping passes earlier in the season, but Gunnar Helm comes down with that one. We got to go hurry up here because I forgot what the button is to spike the football. It used to pop up on the screen to tell you. Now it doesn't. I don't know why, to reduce clutter, but I don't know. Either way, this is for the game right here. Ward throws this one up to A.O. Manor. A.O. Manor comes down with the football. They say he's out of bounds. They say he did not get the other foot down. 35-28. Trevor Lawrence running around celebrating. I'm not sure if he's aware of this or not. The Jaguars are not going to the playoffs, so go fuck yourself. But we get this ball off just in time. A.O. Manor comes down with it. Gets one foot, and then his other foot does this weird thing where he can't get it down. And so that's how we lose that game. We really shouldn't have, because one, they got gifted a free touchdown because of that stupid situation where they brought me in for the field goal, and then they just had the guy run into the kicker intentionally. So Olafemi Oladejo has 2 upgrade points here. He plays well in the sim. I swear to God, I think he got 1 sack in the season. Well, actually, me using the defense. I think all his other sacks came when we were super simming in play the moments. So edge rushers still, I feel like, just don't win quick enough in this game. They just don't. I feel like they just they don't make the impact that they should. And so that's a problem that needs to be addressed moving forward. So we go physical for Chimera DK, +3 awareness, +2 medium route, and then +1 for release, short, spectacular catch, and stiff arm. I'm not sure. I don't really care about stiff arm, but for the wild card round, we will be taking on the Patriots. And Cam Ward, we did this check-in with him way earlier in the season, and a goal we set was for him to break the rookie touchdown record or throw 40 touchdowns in the season. I forgot exactly what it was, but that was the goal we had for Cam Ward. He ends up getting that. So that is really big. So we do fall to the 4 seed. I believe we were the 3 seed. I'd rather be the 4 than the 3 because I really, honestly, would not want to play the Chiefs in the playoffs. So honestly, I'd rather play the Patriots. I'd rather play Drake May than Patrick Mahomes, if I'm being entirely honest. The Raiders, I felt like they were the 1 seed most of the season. They end up falling to the 2 seed. They don't get the bye game. They have to take on Aaron Rodgers and the Steelers. So another upgrade here for Cam Ward, and he gets another throw accuracy deep, and still has star development. So there we go. This is your final standings for year 1, at least on the AFC side of things. Buffalo 12-5, New England 11-6, we're 11-6, Vegas 13-4, Kansas City 10-7, 10-7 for the Steelers, and 13-4 is the best record in the AFC. Or actually, if I had to take a guess, Baltimore and Las Vegas must have played each other, and Baltimore must have won that matchup, so they get the tiebreaker. They end up being the 1 seed as Vegas has to play in the wild card round. I really don't like that there's only 1 bye. I feel like the top 2 seeds should get a bye. I get it because you've added the extra playoff team, so you need someone else. I guess my guess is they probably want people to outcry to add in even 1 more playoff team, but I just don't think you need to do that, because if they did that, it'd be between Cincinnati and Jacksonville as the last playoff teams at 8-9 and 8-9. We don't need to see sub 500 teams in the playoffs, in my opinion. So when we come back, taking on the Patriots in the playoffs, Cam Ward versus Drake May. Come back for that one. Hit like, hit subscribe for more Titans franchise. I'll see you later. Peace.